know, but go on.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing really well. Today I am joined with my mum. Hi mum. Mum's been in, you've been in a fair few videos, haven't you? Not loads.
I've been in quite a lot where you've stitched me up.
When?
I haven't stitched you up.
And we have actually filmed this video before, like in lockdown. I think it was like 2 years ago we filmed this video, a year and a half, 2 years ago. And we got some pretty strange questions, but we figured we'd give it another go, see what you guys are asking. Kind of done like slash advice, which you could ask your mum instead of just questions you're too afraid to ask your mum. So I'm going to see what we've got. I haven't looked at them yet. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you do, please smash a huge thumbs up and subscribe down below, and let's get into the video. Are you nervous?
Yes. Very.
What are you nervous for?
Not knowing what I'm going to get asked.
Why can't some mums understand the mental illnesses of their children?
Oh, I guess some parents just don't think that it is really actually a thing. And it's sometimes easier to ignore than what it is to cope and deal with.
Yeah, probably like a bit in denial from the parents. I think also as well, especially when you're a teenager, they just think like anything you feel like, oh, you know, you're just a teenager, it's just your hormones. And they kind of blame everything on that rather than being like, no, there's actually an issue here. Do you know what I mean? It's easier for them to kind of back off and be like, oh, it's just this, or oh, you just need to go out with your friends more, or you just need to do this.
It depends what sort of a relationship you've got with your parents as well. Like if you talk to them as a rule anyway, then it's always going to be easier to approach it. But if you've not got that kind of relationship with your parents, then yeah, I guess that's not really something that would be accepted or dealt with. Or
because some people talk to their parents about everything, like everything, and some people just don't even have like any relationship with their mum, which I think is really sad. But yeah, I'd say it's like an in denial thing, and it's just easier to blame it on just like hormones, or just like, I don't know. This one's really cute. It says, how do I tell my parents I have a boyfriend?
Oh,
that's so cute. I can't even remember how you found out about Kaya. I can't. No, I do actually. So me, my sister, my brother and my mum were all sitting around having dinner, and my sister had a boyfriend as well who was one of my boyfriend's friends, and Ryan found out and said, oh, come on Sean, have you got anything to tell mum?
Yeah.
To embarrass her, and then she told you, and you was like, well, have you got anything to tell me then? And I was like, and I was like, yeah. And then that was that. Like, it was just kind of like, I don't know, you just do. I don't think they'll really care. But then some people are really funny about kids having boyfriends, aren't they? Whereas you're just kind of like, oh, it is what it is. But some parents are really like, no, you can't have a boyfriend.
Yeah. Yeah, it was Ryan that kind of let it out the bag to an extent, wasn't it? How
would you tell them? Like, if I felt like I couldn't approach you about it, like, how would you?
You've just got to say it, haven't you?
And yeah, I don't really think there's like a workaround. Just say, oh, I've met this boy and I think he's really nice and we're talking. Like, that's what I'd say. I'd be like, oh, Mum. I don't know, I don't think it's really a big deal either. Like, I don't know. You probably care more than your mum does, because it's a bit of an awkward thing to say, but
I've got a really good mate that I've been hanging about with lately, and then kind of say who it is and go from that way even, maybe. Yeah.
Next question. I don't know if my mum wants to know if I'm sexually active. I don't want to make things weird.
Oh.
See, this is the type, me and mum are close, but this is we just don't talk about it. Like, I just don't think it's necessary to know. Whereas some people talk about it all the time. Like, for me personally, no judgment if you do talk to mum about it, but I just think it's a little bit like, it's just unnecessary. You don't need to talk about that. If you want to or need advice about something specific, then fair enough, but I just don't think it's necessary. Just to be like, oh, by the way.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing your parents could really say is to make sure you're safe and you take precautions and whatever, but then I would like to think that if you're old enough to be in a sexual relationship, then you would be old enough to be thinking along them lines anyway.
I'd say if you want advice, like from your parents, then you could maybe say, oh, like word it in a certain way, but just to tell them that you are just for the sake of saying you are, I just don't think that's very necessary. Like, if you want to, then go ahead, if you've got that kind of like relationship, but like I just don't think it's necessary.
Yeah.
I've never really understood that, to be honest. When people are so open about like, I don't know. No. I personally think it's not strange, but it's just not something that is needed. But if you want advice, you can even go online and get advice if you really felt like it, instead of just asking your mum. But if you and your mum have got that kind of relationship, then I don't think you need to ask us anyway. If you're that, do you know what I mean? Because you're obviously close enough. And also, with regards to, I don't think your mum wants to know, something that they might question, but it's not like probably runs through their head. I don't know, I'm not a parent.
Yeah.
Probably runs through your head, but I don't think it's something they actually like want to get out of you.
No.
I don't know.
I just can't say that.
I can't, I'm sorry, I'm not asking that. I can't break up with my boyfriend even though he cheated on me. I need help.
Oh. That is a hard one.
I think it just comes down to like yourself and like what you want for yourself rather than like the relationship. Like you need to just put the relationships like second, because he put you second by cheating on you anyway, so just think of what you need.
It's a lot easier said than done, but I think if you have been cheated on, then you need to walk away now.
Yeah.
Because the longer you leave it, the longer you stay in the relationship and the more it happens, the harder it is to still walk away.
Yeah, exactly. You're making it harder and harder for yourself, and the likelihood is as well it's not going to be just once. Like, just stating the facts. So, firstly, I'm really sorry that happened to you, because that is awful. Secondly, you're only young anyway, so like you've got plenty of time to meet other people. And secondly, like I just think you need to have more like respect for yourself than that.
Yeah, at such a young age, you shouldn't be having to deal with things like that in a relationship. So
it's sad though, because it does happen literally all the time. But if you're struggling to walk away, you just need to, like, there's not really any advice we can give you. You just have to do it. Like, you have to just block them. Try not to like have them as a topic of discussion. Like, try not to like have any contact with any of their friends, and just say, I need to like look after myself for a bit, because it's about you at the end of the day. And if you want to put yourself in a situation where it could happen again and make it harder and harder, then okay, but you need to just realistically just distance yourself and just walk away from it, because after a few weeks of like being around your friends and anyway, you will just be fine. Like, you will start moving on and getting over it, and just go out as much as you can and keep yourself busy as well. But you just have to. Someone said, why is life so unfair? Honestly, who knows? Someone said their mum was never planning on telling them about their medical condition.
Should always be told.
Yeah, that's...
You should always, if you've got anything medically wrong with you, you should always know.
Yeah, even if you're young, even if they explain it in a different way.
Yeah, you should always know. Who's to say you might need medical attention or anything like that and your parents aren't around? You need to know. For lots of different reasons. If something was happening with regards to the illness, you wouldn't necessarily understand what was going on. No, 100%. If you've got something wrong with you, then you should know told, about it.
I'm too afraid to ask my mum about going around a boy's house. It's not a big deal.
No.
It's just not a big...
No.
Yeah, I
think them sort of questions are hard, because when I was like younger, you kind of, the girls had girlfriends, the boys had boyfriends, but now like all of you three have all grown up with girls and boys as friends.
Yeah.
So I think it's totally different now to what used to be. It's
hard as well, because with like Shana's boyfriend, he pretty much moved in with us like straight away just because of like certain situations, and then with me and Kai, it was like we was all a friendship group at school anyway, so it was just kind of like, oh mum, we're all going to blah blah's house today, or blah blah's house, and then Kai's house. And so it wasn't really like, oh mum, I'm going to go to a boy's house. And then it was kind of like just me and Kai going to his house and chilling. But obviously going around their house and then staying around their house is like two different things. I know some parents don't. Like, me and Kai didn't stay around each other's house till we left school, but so I do get the difference between staying and going around. But just going around with them in the day, if you're scared, just say at first, like, oh, I'm going to go around my friend, blah blah. Like, say that it's a boy and say, I'll go around this boy's house just to like watch films, or just go to my friend's house. And then eventually over time you can build it up and tell her like the situation with you, as if there is one. Just put it across as you're going to your friend's house. I don't really think she'd have a problem with that. Again,
like, it depends what the parents are like and how they think and your age and everything. But I mean, for you, if you or Shana had a boyfriend come round, you had to share a bedroom anyway.
Yeah, like me and my sister.
But otherwise, just say, oh, is it alright if blah 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 comes round? If you feel uncomfortable with it, like, we're more than happy to leave the bedroom door open while we're up there, or just for your parents to feel that bit comfortable at first, and until they've had a chance to get to know that person.
Yeah, but what about the other way around though, like them going to their house? not their, like, not the boy coming round, you going round theirs. I just don't think it's a problem. I think people are so prude. Like, just say, oh well, I'm gonna go around my friend's house, blah blah, and say, oh, it's my boyfriend, wish, and they're like, I don't know, whatever. What? Just say, just put it across as, oh, you're going to your friend's house, and over time, if it's something what you can tell her that, you know.
I think it's hard, isn't it? Because I think, especially with like you, because you and Kai have grown up together from quite a young age, so it was just a gradual build up for you two as well, wasn't it? And like with Ryan and Shana, they were that much older as well, so
yeah. But then it's different with Ryan as well, because Ryan moved out when he was 16, so after that point you couldn't really do anything anyway.
Yeah.
I think all three of our situations are weird, because I grew up with Kai, which most couples obviously don't do. Then Ryan moved out anyway, and with Shana she was already like 20 by the time she was with Luch, so I think for all three it's been different. But with regards to other parents, I would just put, if it's me now and I just met Kai now, I'd just say, oh, I'm going to my friend's house, blah blah, and then over time start going to explain like, oh, well, the more you say that you're going to that friend's house, your parents are going to know something's up anyway, or the more time you spend with them, they're going to know. But I just don't think parents are going to be angry. It's life. You grow up, you meet people.
The main thing for a parent is to know that the child is safe, that they're being careful, and that the partner is being respectful of them and stuff.
Yeah, they just care. They're not trying to be horrible, it's just caring about you.
Don't ever lie about where you're going, because God forbid, but if something was to ever happen, like as a parent, you're not wanting to know where your child is all the time to be nosy. It's for the safety of your child.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with that.
Like I've always said to yous lot, it's not yous that I don't trust, it's the people that are out there.
Yeah.
So for that reason, like, don't lie to your parents about where you are and who you're with.
Yeah, she'd rather know that you're going to like your friend, like this boy's house, rather than just saying, oh, I'm going to this girl's house, and then if anything happened to you while you were there, she's not going to know. That's why, like, for me, I've always told my mum, like, everyone's always like, oh, you text your mum where you are all the time. Well, yeah, because if anything happens to me, she needs to know where I am. I think that's an anxiety thing as well for me, but like, someone has to know where I am at all times, just in case anything was to happen. So never lie to your parents about where you are.
But I'm even like that with Ryan still, though, aren't I, when he goes home. I'll always like, make sure you let me know as soon as you get back. Like, it's just something that we've always done as a family.
Yeah, that's what you just do. I basically have no real friends. I'm not doing great, but I just struggle to talk about my mental health to anyone. That's so sad. I hope you're okay. Sending you love.
Yeah. You need to try and find that one person that you can confide in and talk to.
It's just easier said than done, though.
Yeah. I don't know, even if you maybe found out like a Samaritan's helpline or something. Just to have that someone that you can talk to and voice your feelings. Nobody should be alone when they're feeling
you never are, like, even if you feel like you have no friends, also, even strangers would be happy to, if you just message, I mean, I'm not saying message strangers online, but like if people that you don't even like really know, if you was to message them, say, oh, like, I'm struggling, they would still talk to you and make sure you're okay. Like, there's always someone to talk to. But like, first, why don't you think your friends are your real friends either? Because you shouldn't be friends with them at all if you don't think they're your real friends. But even if you don't think they are, just try and message them and see how they react. Just say, oh, can I talk to you? Or your parents just say, oh, can I talk to you? Or
it might just be that they have friends, but they just don't feel that
they can talk.
They're close enough friends that they can confide in. I don't know what's out there, but I would imagine with the way life is today, there's probably even online group chats. Like,
yeah, there's
always
places. I mean, you can always message me, but I just think that as well, it's so hard to like initially say to someone, like, it's like, oh, but I want to message this person, talk to them, but how do I start off the message? I'll just say like, hey, can I talk to you? I'm just not feeling great. Or like, you can always message someone, just message someone that you know. It doesn't necessarily have to be a close friend, and then you'll talk to them and maybe you will become close friends, but you have to like, you have to open up to people. And like,
I'm sure on Twitter there's some mental health groups.
Family members, cousins, anyone remotely that you can talk to, just tell them about how you're feeling. And just try and make some friends. Like, just message people, or like get involved in group chats on Twitter, like even like fandom ones. I don't really know how else to answer that.
No.
It's just, it's hard. Like, there's not really any advice to give. Like, you just need to talk to someone regardless. So it's just trying to like find that communication. And like,
I'm sure through Facebook and Twitter and stuff like that, there's like online help groups for mental health and stuff, and if you went onto those, and they'd be able to like help you and listen to you and stuff.
But also, like, you're not the only person who feels like it, so don't sit there feeling like really lonely and like, oh, I don't really have any real friends got no one to talk to, because so many people are probably feeling the exact same as you, and you could be messaging each other about it. Don't like convince yourself that not all your friends are real friends, and if you don't think that you are generally, then try and find some new friends.
Yeah.
If I could talk to my mum still, I'd ask her for advice on how she got through losing friends you never expected to lose, as in like a disagreement ended the friendship or potentially end it. So like, what advice would you give on like losing friends you don't expect to lose?
Honestly, you just got to move on. I've been in that position, and yeah, it hurts, but you have to move on, because chances are if they've done anything that bad that it has destroyed your friendship, then you're not going to get that back again.
Yeah, I think if they can just so easily end a friendship as well, just over nothing, like something stupid like a disagreement, then they're not meant to be in your life. So just try and focus on the fact that it was like a sign that they shouldn't have been in your life anyway. Like, it's just like a good cleanse. And like, obviously it's hard, and it is hard like losing people and letting go. Like when I lost like a close friendship I had like literally in early school, it took me years to get over it, but I feel like you outgrow people when like friendships end, so that other friendships can be born, and like you meet the people you're actually meant to meet. So I would just say try to not dwell on it and just like move on and like focus on who you have got around you and who your friends are. Like, you need to just not dwell on the past, which I'm very bad at doing, but not dwell on the past and not dwell on like people who have left and done you dirty, because they're not bothered, are they? They've moved on and they was quite happy to like lose you as a friend. So just do your thing and like attract the people who are meant to be around you.
You want positive people around you, not negative.
Exactly that. But that was our last question, so thank you, Mum, for giving us some
thank you for
lovely
having me on
advice.
here.
Oh, you're very welcome. But yeah, thank you so much guys for asking your questions. I hope they were helpful. We can do a part 2 if you would like, just send me some more questions. Or here's another video I used to enjoy doing, was reacting to your confessions. So you guys make confessions about things that you've done that you probably shouldn't have done, or just any sort of confession, and we react to them. That's a fun video. I think that would be like a part 4 or 5 if I did that now. I've got a few of them on my channel, they're fun to do. But thank you so much for watching, everyone. Please make sure to subscribe. Also remember, I now have my Lolly Robertson Shorts channel, which is where I post content below 60 seconds so you don't have to spend loads of time watching me chit chat blah 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 on. You can just go watch a nice little short and sweet video, so make sure you subscribe to that. I'll link it down below and also at the end of the video. But thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a lovely week, and I'll see you on Wednesday with a brand new video. Bye everyone! Bye.